watching. If you check us out on YouTube, and if you haven't, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can find that on YouTube by searching Black Arizona Podcast. And what we do is we bring you guests from our community that you need to know, that you need to get in connection with, so that you know what's available to you as being a part of our community. We want to help create the pipeline that feeds back into the community. You should know where to spend your dollars. And that's why we love highlighting businesses from our community to our community. And today we have a wonderful group of people we've been working with, like through events and things such as that, but they have a story of their own, and they are on their own come up with their business that you need to hear. So I'm gonna let them introduce themselves for you, and check them out. Let the people know who you are and share your social medias and how they can connect with you, and even let them know your email, because of what you do. They may have to contact you directly, say they want a hot plate.
True.
Definitely. Thank you, bro. Appreciate the introduction. I am with business development with Zala BBQ. You can find us on Instagram, Zala Zala BBQ.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, I'm JD. Hey, man, thanks again, man, for inviting us. I really appreciate that. I am the owner of Zala BBQ. We're located out of Glendale, Arizona. But we're a pop-up. We're a pop-up tent. We travel all around the valley. We cater. We can pop up in your backyard. Wherever you need us, we'll pop up, and bring those flavors, as normal.
Yo, and Zala got them flavors. And the way that I know is I got all the feedback. We did a event earlier this year. We did the meet and greet.
Definitely.
February 17th, 2024. We did a meet and greet. It's the first meet and greet for our group, where we brought a lot of vendors and businesses out, and then we marketed to our group to get the people out to come and meet these vendors, meet the businesses that are within our community, and they actually came through and did a wonderful job with the catering to our VIP section. And for one, they was cooking there.
Yeah.
That's always a problem, because you can't keep me out the kitchen when the food smell good. Like that was a problem. I had a whole job to do, and yet I look to the right, and there they are doing their thing
with our grills.
The grills and everything. Food just the air just taking me all out of my body,
Smoking up the whole building.
Yeah, but it was lovely, and we was at the Auto House Tempe. In Tempe, and we were brought there by our man Larry Davis. Thank you very much for that connection.
LG.
Yeah,
Get excited.
For real. Yeah, 100%. And he really was gracious enough to help us to get there to be able to do the event that we wanted to do, and we were able to do it at a good scale for our first event. We like to have great effect in the community, but you guys really showed up when it came to feeding our VIP members, and then also being there to really service anybody who was looking for a plate too. Right. Can I get from you guys like how you guys started, and like how the journey has been so far in the food industry and the way that you guys do what you do?
All right, so we moved here 2019, December 2019. At the time, I was still in the military, so I was stationed at Luke Air Force Base. Then I fast forward to 2023. January 2023. I retired from the Navy, did 21 years in the Navy. So at that point in time, I was like,
"Oh, come on, y'all!
Hey, we got to do something different." So I dabbled and dabbled in the trucking game, but I think the back of my mind was saying like, hey, you need to do something different, and I was always the guy where we'll be in a group setting, I'd be like, hey, I do the cooking, and people will buy the food,
Yeah.
And, everybody chilling at the house playing spades, chilling, whatever, kids running around, but I will always be in the kitchen, right? So, we kind of took that and we started a meal prep business.
Yeah.
Right. So that's how we initially started, right? Because COVID was happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people can cook, then obviously they can't go outside and buy food, So what we did was we did the meal preps, and we were literally dropping food off, to people that wanted to buy the food. Mostly our friends, what I'm saying, because they knew how the food would taste when we cooked it,
Oh, you started a food prep business? I'm buying from you. Your stuff is busting.
Yeah. Then at that point, when stuff started to get back to normal, less people started,
Yeah.
buying food preps, So at that point, we was like, all right, we got to do something different,
Yeah.
And that's when we came up with the idea of let's start our own mobile barbecue.
Yeah.
Which kind of led us to where we're at now. So
Okay.
that's where it all started from.
Nice. I mean, so you went from food prep to a mobile barbecue.
Right.
Where did the catering, and then like how did you get to being mobile? Like what was the journey from just cooking out of your home to actually being able to cook on location and then also to cater to people?
So I'm a big believer that people eat with their eyes.
Definitely.
Right. So that's what a whole, hey, let's pop up, let's cook on site.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if you tell me, hey, your event starts at 5 o'clock, guess what? We popping up at 3 o'clock, a couple hours before time to cook on site so people would get that visualization of like what's going on, how it's being prepared, make them a little bit more hungry, the smell.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So that's where it mostly came from, because, being from Alabama, you just can't go to anybody's house and eat their food or smell their food,
Oh no.
So that came to us like, hey, we would bring in more people if we put the smell in the air.
Mm-hmm.
People walk up to see what smell is going on. Now they're licking to see like what's going on. Then that makes you want to at least sample the food. Then once you sample, okay, let me get a plate. Let me buy a plate. So
100%.
Yeah, we always hit them with the sample.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's good. I was gonna say, I guess that when you smell it, that's your first sample,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
You're like, oh, hold up. You know what I'm saying? That's a Costco aisle, like right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but when it came to first cooking in your home and then moving into mobile, was there anything that you had to take into account state-wise for one, cooking and selling food out of your home, and then was there anything different you had to do when it came to mobile and then catering?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a process. I mean, everybody knows from starting a food truck to your own brick and mortar, like you have to go through this process. And it wasn't easy. Like, we were sitting here figuring out, okay, what forms we got to have, what permits, and it definitely cost some money. So it was an investment from him and I, and we were like, we're gonna do this. Not to mention, we used to host Sunday fun days at our house. So all of our friends would come over and they would, taste the flavors, and they were like, you really got to take this to the streets. Like they started giving us the ideas of like, hey, let's do farmers markets, or do First Friday or something like that. And me being the business side of things, I was like, yeah, we could do this.
Now, you guys have done First Fridays, right?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes, we're very consistent with First Friday. Mhm.
Yeah, and Chop, I believe.
That's where you met us.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's how he met you guys.
Yeah.
And you guys also gave him a plate, which he was raving about
Yeah.
on Facebook and everywhere, which I like his food reviews. So I was like, oh man, I gotta try them if they can do anything vegan.
It's coming, bro. It's coming.
Oh, okay. All right. Look,
It's in the
look,
works.
vegans is in the work.
It's in the works.
It's in the works.
No, but Chop saw the whole process. I mean, he
Yeah.
was there very early. He saw us set up to, us greeting him. So we're like, hey, bro, we're gonna serve you a plate. Like, just give us a moment to get all set up. But I think early on he saw service. Like he saw the way we service our customers. He saw the way that we put passion into the food and how we made things. And so that caught his eye too. He was like, okay, they don't just cook. Like
Yeah.
they really do put a lot of love into it and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
And it was having fun. It wasn't just a job. It was like, having fun with the customers, So
yeah, community engagement is so huge to us because the only way to grow your brand is for the community to know like who's Zala BBQ, like what does it stand for, like what are they, why are they selling barbecue? You know what I'm saying? So that
Yeah, see, and that's I feel that. I
Uh-huh.
feel that I ain't even had a true bite yet. And I feel that, but I know that there's passion behind what you guys do. There's
Definitely.
Right.
purpose behind what you
Definitely.
guys do. And that also led you guys to working with Chop in another capacity, like as far as helping him when he comes together with his ideas with the Black Arizona State Council. Right?
Yeah.
And so it just shows that you guys care more than just what's going on the grill, even though what's going on the grill, you put plenty of care there.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
so all of that's working together. It seems synergistically to help you guys grow as a business. How has it been from your start to where you guys are at now? I know there are definitely milestones and things along the way that you could highlight.
Yeah, like Chop says, like we're scaling on a huge basis. Like literally it's like I feel like it's 1,000 miles per minute, because everything we put our hands on, we're like graciously accepting, the invite, and then from there doors of opportunities are just knocking. And I think because people are seeing the transparency, they're seeing like, how we want to grow, they're seeing his vision, like all of that. Like you have to sell the vision, you know what I'm saying? Once you sell the vision on Zala BBQ, then people are like, all right, I'm in, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, yeah,
I think that's big about what we've been able to do as well is we had our idea of what we wanted to do with
Mhm.
Black Arizona, first starting as a Facebook group and then us meeting Chop, me and RJ meeting
Yeah.
Chop, and then coming together as brothers and figuring out like, hey, we want to have a stronger effect in the community. But then always going over that vision, really defining it, and then being able to share that adequately so somebody else can see it.
Yeah.
That has been one of the biggest things that have enabled us to be able to push forward and make changes, do bigger and better things. So
yeah,
it does take it for one. I think it takes clarity of vision in yourself,
hmm
and then you got to be able to translate that.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think that actually happens over time of just doing it.
And you guys have done it. I mean, when we met Chop and we were like, we looked into Black Arizona, we were like, okay, we definitely need to align ourselves with you guys. Especially being a Black owned, veteran owned and operated business. Like we're like, we need this community to know like we are here and here to serve,
100%. And you
Mhm.
guys serve some great plates.
Thank you, bro.
I think another key thing too, man, is when it comes to like different businesses and when you started yours, when we started ours, you can't be afraid to fail
Yeah.
because it's gonna happen.
100%.
It might not happen at first, it might not happen towards the end, but eventually it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's been times where we had to bite the bullet because a customer was not happy.
Yeah.
It happens. It's called human nature. But as long as you're adult enough to have a conversation with that person or that company and say, hey, I messed up. Please allow me another chance. Or how can I make it up to you? You know what I'm saying? Everything kind of works out, because everybody believes that, we're human,
Yeah, I mean, speaking about that, and we can get into a little bit of about a fact that I think a lot of people have explained to me that a problem within our community is once our emotions are involved, we disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
We break away.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've heard like, the thing about, other demographics is they cannot like each other and still work together.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's very true.
I've seen strong, diligent people in our community
Mm-hmm.
work through their issues,
Right.
whether they don't like a person or there's societal issues that are holding them back.
Yeah.
It could be from the state or the area that they live in, and they just got to deal with the red tape that it takes to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
But I think when you're willing to go through, you'll always come out better on the other side.
Right,
So
right.
that's what I think. It's a testament. Watching you guys here today and what you guys are doing, it's a testament to that. At the same time, Chop, and if you guys don't know who Chop is one of the three owners of Black Arizona Business and the founder of the Black Arizona Facebook group. So that's who Chop is. But me and Chop have talked, and he is excited about what you guys are doing in the future.
Yeah.
What you guys have
Thank
going on
you.
right now, and
Yeah.
and some of it is in relation to First Friday. So can I
Yeah.
get you guys to speak a little bit about what you have going on right now and what you guys are preparing?
Man, well, recently we partnered with Desert Valley Food Park. So we sit on the board as board of directors, and Zala BBQ is now a part of that. We are taking Desert Valley Food Park is basically a group of people, and we are taking underutilized, underserved spaces within the city and revitalizing them through culture, arts, food. And again, this speaks community. And we've also aligned ourselves with different sponsors. So we just landed a tequila deal, a bourbon deal, and we've now are doing a ranch on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so just big
Man,
thing. Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Like
A
on my
ro-
salad?
rodeo ranch.
Oh,
No.
okay, so I was like, hold
No,
up,
no,
I'm sorry, my brain is still on
no,
food.
shout out to Corona Ranch for inviting Zala BBQ and giving us opportunities. But yes, we are serving this weekend at Corona Ranch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yo, I mean, like I said, bigger and better.
Yeah.
Right,
That's all I'm
right,
hearing.
right.
Yo, well, look, since y'all serving this week, what's the menu looking like?
Definitely bourbon chicken.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So bourbon chicken, our wings, we call them Zala wings. Those are our heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Like they do good everywhere we go.
Yeah.
The steak does good too, but just not as good as those two
Yeah.
things. You know what I'm saying? So we always have those three things on the menu, always.
Yeah.
So you got the smoked steak, you got the bourbon chicken, and you got the Zala wings, and all the meats are smoked and grilled.
Yeah. Which is hard to find smoked grilled wings. Everybody's like, what's that? But then once they see it come off the grill, they're like, wow.
Yeah,
Smoked grilled wings. So you smoke them first in the smoker,
yeah,
and then you grill them.
Finish them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finish them off and grill them,
Yeah.
and then you may glaze them with the
Yeah.
sauce or
We
whatever.
hit it with the.
That just sounds so much better. Like the meat is gonna have whole way more flavor.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, there was a friend of mine. I used to roll around with him, and he had a big old smoker in the back and the grill. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
And then we would stop in different locations and sell food. But what I always enjoyed, honestly, was the beans that he had, because he would cook his beans in the smoker.
Yeah.
And
Smoky
so
beans.
I love that. And then he also, one thing that he showed me was he was like, see, what you gotta do is you fill the spray bottle with apple juice. And it
know what he doing.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And that's what back when I was eating meat. So I was like, yeah, so it's the apple juice. Yeah, it's the apple juice. That
I do something simple, similar. I don't really do apple juice. I do water.
okay.
My meat is so seasoned to where I don't need to add the apple juice, but apple juice is a great flavor.
It
when
is.
comes to keeping the meat moist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
And
So
it
he did it
complements
right.
the wood,
He did it right.
too.
Okay.
Whatever wood he's using, it complements that.
That's what he was on that too.
Yeah, people always ask him, hey, what kind of wood are you like smoking? Because that's the first thing that hits the streets.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
you could smell that from like a block away. You're like,
Yeah.
what is that wood? Like,
Absolutely.
See, that's down to a science.
yeah.
He said, I am scientifically
Yeah.
bringing you the flavors that you want. What influences the food that you guys have made and the flavors that you guys bring to your menu?
The biggest influence is my journey over the last 21 years.
Mhm.
Like I've lived a lot of places, countries, other countries, other cities, states. So I've traveled a lot.
Mhm.
So especially like I've been to Guam, island of Guam. I've lived in Hawaii for like almost 5 years. So when it comes to barbecue, my barbecue is a little different. I call it fusion barbecue. I'm not your traditional hey, I got the barbecue baked beans and the potato salad. I'm not your traditional. I can do it, but everybody does that. You know what I'm saying? Not too many places does like a fusion barbecue like we do. So we like to do obviously the meat side I just talked about. But we'll put it over a bed of rice, seasoned rice, or macaroni and cheese, or we might have some mac salad on the side. So we kind of keep ours like that in a bowl setting. That way you can walk, talk, eat at the same time. You ain't got to sit down with the barbecue baked beans and it dribbles off your spoon.
Yeah.
It's on your shirt now, so which is good. Don't get me wrong if you want to do that, but we try to keep ours simple but good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can I know what menu item can you just cook and even sometimes not even stop yourself from wanting to try yourself? Like, so what are you most proud of? And you even catch yourself, dang, I just want to cook that for me right now.
The wings.
The wings.
Wings, really? The wings hold it down like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the signature blend. Like he came up with this blend during COVID, and I was like, "Yo, we eating a lot of chicken. Like, can we eat something else?" But like he perfected it, and so when people try it, they're like, "I've never had that flavor," and I'm like, "Yeah, you're not," because like it took him a long time.
It took a while.
And so it's just so unique. Like that flavor, when people try it, they're like instantly like, "What is that?" We've even had friends that are like, "We're gonna figure this out." I'm like, "You're not."
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Well, you could always batter some cauliflower and throw the same seasonings. I'm just saying, it's out there.
Yeah.
That's a thing. People do that,
Yeah.
and people need that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just
He's
saying.
like dying to try the flavor.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
I just want to know.
Yeah.
I'd be heartbroken if someone figured that flavor was out, man. It took me a long time. Pretty much almost COVID, and
Yeah.
going to Safeway at least every other day to buy the chicken breast, like the fresh chicken breast,
Yeah.
to just cook it to make sure that I was doing the flavor pattern right.
Yeah.
Like it took when I say a while, it took a while.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think things that take a while, for one, are the best.
Yeah.
Like, it makes everything that I've done that's worth
That
it.
means it's passion into it.
Yeah. You put more time, you actually care about, like, well, do I actually put a tablespoon or a teaspoon?
Yeah.
And don't ask me, I won't know the difference.
Yeah.
But you want to, like, especially if you're passionate about your thing, you want to be that much into it. You want it to come out the way that you expect and have somebody experience it the best way possible. So
Right.
that's beautiful knowing that you put all of that into it. And also with you putting the same level of care into behind the business,
Yeah.
it's been helping the business grow. So when it comes to Instagram, currently you guys are just on Instagram right now.
Yeah, just on Instagram. I figured it was simple to follow. Everyone's like, "Hey, you should be on TikTok and all that." I'm like, I don't think JD wants everybody following him like that. But I do my best as far as social media. But yes, like, bro, when you say the level of care to grow our business, every day we figure out, okay, how can we get a little closer to our goal? So here in Phoenix, there is a community-based, I don't even know what you would call it, but it's called the Churchill. Have you been to the Churchill?
Yeah, actually.
It's on the first. So there's different restaurants, bars, and it just has that community feel. So when I took him to the Churchill, I was like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And so he saw the vision. He was like, "Okay, yeah, no, this is where we got to end up," And so that's our ultimate goal, is something like the Churchill, hopefully the Churchill, but it's very hard to get in there. But so what we started doing was creating that space, that following, and doing it around the city. Like Chop and I laugh because he goes, "Zala BBQ is everywhere." He's like, he's like, every time I turn in, he's like, "You here, you there," and then and we laugh about it, but I'm like, bro, I gotta cater to all demographics. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure we align ourselves. I mean, we have done literally every single community. We've done the Latino Hispanic community, Black Arizona.
Which is this Sunday.
And then this Sunday, we're like tapping into the ranch, which also deals with like the car clubs. I mean, these car clubs are like, they know our bourbon chicken. You know what I'm saying? And then aligning ourselves with Desert Valley Food Park, I think we saw the bigger vision, and that's taking underutilized spaces and revamping them.
Have y'all been to the res?
No, where's the res?
I'm just saying.
Is that on the east side?
No, I mean, look, there's reservations.
Oh, reservations.
Oh.
Almost, bro.
Okay, almost.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Yeah. I mean, look, we just talking about spreading everywhere, and a part of Arizona is the reservation.
Yeah.
We do not deny our Native American communities. We actually love them a lot, and it's big out here. We love that culture as well.
Right.
So no, I was just saying that.
No, one of our business partners, shout out to Brandy Caldwell. She is part of the Native American culture, so she will be tapping us into that very shortly. But we're getting
Hey, connect us too.
Yeah.
Like Black Arizona definitely love connecting to the Native Americans and all that
Definitely,
they
bro.
do. There's rich history out here in Arizona about that. and we like to highlight all that.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
right now we highlight y'all because honestly, you guys are doing big things in the community, as well as your business is just booming and growing, and you guys are doing great with the service that you're providing. So
Right.
that's amazing. That's lovely, and that's wonderful. Can I get from you guys some tips and advice on like what it takes to pursue the business that you guys are in, like just pursue like your food passion, and if there's anything that you found unique about Arizona, one that you love, and then one that has actually, you know, that you had to work through, you know what I'm saying?
Tips. I would definitely say what I mentioned before. Don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. If you are passionate about cooking and you like cooking and your family loves it, hey, why not branch out? You know, that's how I started. I'm pretty sure that's how most people started that are big, you know, foodies and big cooks today. Next thing is, you know, I would say start with a, you know, maybe a couple plates to where you perfect those plates. Then you kind of like revamp those plates to make them bigger plates, you know, as far as like your menu. So definitely those few things would kind of like get you started. Then after that is more of just, you know, taste testing, finding friends to like sample it. Next thing you know, you kind of like, you know, you getting other people that you don't know to sample it, and next thing you know, people are starting to buy because they love it, you know.
He done made some chicken believers, man.
Yeah.
He has, man. Like people be like,
Yeah,
you
he
know
done
what you doing
converted
with
some
that.
vegans. That's what it sounds like
Yeah,
a
he
church of
converted
chicken.
some people, man. Like I just be like, damn, look at them eat that
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah, what she's talking about is like, you know, quick examples, like we'll be downtown selling food, and
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people was like, "Hey, you got any pork or you
Yeah,
got any
brisket.
you know, brisket or whatever?" I was like, "No, but I got this chicken," and they're like, "I'm not really on the chicken." I was like, "Just give it a taste, give it a taste," and that's when the whole sample thing came about. Like, we should start giving out samples. Just cut up the meat, put them on toothpicks, and give them out. You know, and
Yeah.
next thing you know, the people that was asking about the brisket and the pork, they don't want that no more. They want 2 bowls of just bourbon
Bourbon
chicken.
chicken.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's how that came about. But yeah, man, as far as like the tips and stuff, like I was saying, like it's all about just starting, putting one foot in front of the other, and just doing it. I would think, you know, I kind of dedicate that to my military background because that's kind of how they groom you. You know what I'm saying? Like I joined when I was 18, you know what I'm saying? So at 18, I wasn't making business decisions. But when I jumped into the military, it was like, hey, we need you to do this, that, you know, right now. And there's no question about it. You just got to do it. So
Yeah.
leading up to now, jumping into a business, it wasn't hard, but it wasn't the easiest thing too, because you got to have a lot of patience. So patience, you know what I'm saying? So.
Let me know. I apologize. Continue.
No worries. Just on the business side, I'd say the greatest rewards from our journey came from the biggest risks. So right when people were like, "Hey, I don't think you should do that," we're like, "We gonna do it."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was times where we doubted ourselves, you know, where Zala did not make money. You know what I'm saying? But we fed the community, and I told him, I said, "Hey, don't look at that as a setback. It's our heart. It's our biggest comeback." You know, now they know our food, they know what we're about and stuff like that. And here we are pushing through. You know, had a conversation this morning with somebody about sometimes the biggest opportunities they come from either fear or the biggest failures.
Yeah.
You know, and so when it comes to business, it's one of those things where you got to take a big calculated risk, you know, and you got to move forward and you got to align yourself. Don't be afraid to align yourself with that person just because maybe they're of a different caliber or something like that. But you really just got to push forward. Like, I have no problem entering a room and be like, "Hi, I'm Margaret with Zala BBQ." Like, you need to know our brand and our journey. And so they understand that, you know?
Yeah.
Well, let me also get from you guys, what do you love about Arizona?
Oh,
And
man.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that question. Let me tell you. Oh yeah, let me give you that. Yeah.
then after that though, what are maybe some difficulties you guys have had to work through?
Okay. All right. Cool. What I love about Arizona, what we love about Arizona.
Yeah.
So again, I'm from Alabama, where
I'm from New
there's
York.
a lot of, and she's from New York, like she said, where there's a lot of humidity, you know, a lot of moisture in the air. As soon as you walk outside, you're sweating for no reason, you know. There's storms, there's rain, you know, I can go on and on, right? after leaving the military, you know, I was kind of faced with a decision whether I was going to move back down south or was I going to stay here, you know. But after just doing the homework and the research,
Yeah.
like staying here was it kind of the pros were better than the cons, right?
Mhm.
I love the weather here. You know, although it's 100 and let's say 10 degrees outside right now, shit, I'm still out there barbecuing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't got to worry about no rain.
Yeah.
I ain't got to worry about no tornado that may be coming but
Yeah.
don't come, or a hurricane that's coming. You know, I ain't got to worry about none of that. You know, mosquitoes. Oh man, so Alabama is known, or the South here is known for the mosquitoes. I don't deal with that out here. I mean, I deal with some flies, but you know what I'm saying? They're few far in between, but those are the biggest things that I like about Arizona. So I was like, man, we're staying here. We're not moving. We're not moving, you know?
Yeah, nice.
And me having a real estate background, we used to live in San Diego. It's where we met, and I'm like, yo, it's expensive in Cali. Like, we can't go back because there's really no room to grow. And that's what I saw here with Arizona was the land of opportunity. You know, I was like, you know what, we could really make something of ourselves here and expand. And that's what the brand is. It's just growing, you know, and like he said, there's just so much. Believe it or not, like people are like, "Oh, it's hot," but I'm like, "There's so much to do out here." Like culture wise, there's, you know, y'all, Black Arizona stands for culture, you know, here, and so y'all bring the biggest part of that. And like I always tell them, there's so much room for growth. You know, we're like one of the fastest growing cities.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I think Phoenix is still third or something like
Yeah.
I know we're in the top 5, I believe,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
definitely.
I think
top
so. I
five.
have to look at it. And what are some of the things that you guys have had to work through, some adversities?
Definitely the heat.
Yeah.
The heat. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? The heat is the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, I don't know, man. I think everything else was just pretty much normal stuff that people go through. You know, like if you're in a room full of people, you don't know who the person to shake hands with to get you to that next level. You know, because it's all about connection, right?
It is.
Who do you know? You know, leaving the military, I had to find that out. I had to learn that. You know what I'm saying? In the military, you know, you know who the person is that
Yeah.
you need to shake hands with based off their rank. You know what I'm saying? Based off if their name is on a web page or is their name on the front door, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. But in the civilian sector where I had to, you know, hurry up and transition to, like, it wasn't like that. So I had to learn that. For me, I had to learn that. You know?
Well, I mean, it looks like y'all have learned very well.
Yeah.
And
you.
Arizona is currently treating you well, and we're gonna keep that on an incline.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
thank
And
you.
we're gonna keep moving
so
forward. Thank you guys very much for all of your help that you guys have given us so far in order in like helping us not only when it came to that first event, but even since then helping us to clarify our vision. And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, working with us a little bit behind the scenes, working with Chop, connecting with him, and all of the connection that's there. So I want to thank y'all for that and all the things that you guys are just doing in the community yourself. You guys came out here and said, look, we ain't gonna sit down and just let things be.
Yeah.
We finna feed you and we finna make change.
Yeah.
Like that's wonderful. So
And we're
thank
gonna
you
show
very
up.
much.
Yeah.
And you show up. That's what it's about. First off, it's about showing up.
Yeah.
We do have another event with you guys coming up in September, the
Mhm,
House
we
of
sure
Black
do.
fundraiser. I'm very excited with that. You know, Chop and I have been working very closely when it came to the culinary aspect of it, the business aspect of it. Just really excited on how we can raise money to, you know, better our community. I'm very much into the vision of that, and I appreciate everything that the council has done and supported us, Zala BBQ. So thank you.
Oh, yeah, you are very welcome. I will speak for Chop right
Yeah.
now and say you are very welcome. But yeah, no, thank you guys for joining us and sharing your experience here as well as your knowledge. You guys are growing, and I just want to see that continue. And everybody, if you're watching this, connect with them. If I can get you to please reintroduce yourselves and let people know how they can connect with you online and follow your movement and your growth continuing into the future.
Definitely. Thank you, Earl. Appreciate it. So again, I'm M with Zala BBQ. You can reach us on Instagram, Zala Zala BBQ. Our email is zalabarbecue@gmail.com. Follow us because we're always doing something every single weekend. Like we sit here and we're like, this is our lives now. You know?
And again, I'm JD. I'm the owner. Come see us. I tell you what, if you come see us in the near future, if you can figure out what Zala stands for,
Yes.
I give you a free bowl.
Yes.
Free bowl. On me.
You're gonna have people
Whatever meat you want.
looking through encyclopedia, on Wikipedia, everywhere trying to
It's a
figure it
little
out.
bit of what we talked about, you know. So if people could figure it out, I think 2 people have figured it out
Yeah.
without even a hint from us.
Wow.
Yeah. So that means they're paying attention and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Look, y'all got a challenge to you, and it also comes with a great gift. Their food gives you an experience, so you might want to get on that. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
guys
Black Arizona.
watching, for checking us out. If you haven't, you need to subscribe because we're going to be bringing you much more. Like, share, comment, talk about what's going on in your community. If you're a part of our community, share your experience with us. You could talk about it in the comment section. You can join our Facebook group, Black Arizona, on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram, that's Black Arizona with an extra A, and even follow us on TikTok, Black Arizona with an extra A, where we are just trying to bring you content that's related to our community, whether it be an event that we're doing or covering, whether it be some networking that we're doing, it's some information, tips, conversations that we're going to start bringing you, which are just about, the Black experience and how to enhance that. So there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of reasons why you should connect with us. We are going to keep reaching out to you, and we're going to keep bringing you good information, good people you need to get to know and connect with, and just join us for the ride. Look, thank you very much for your time. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep rocking. This has been the Black Arizona